Hello there. Welcome.
Yes. What a day. What is today's date? Today is the 16th of August. And what day in the news? Oh my gosh, where are we going? And what are we doing? That really is the big question. What are we doing? We have now been shown very clearly that we cannot depend on our government or any government to get us out of this mess. It's the people. We are the people. We are the ones that have to come together. I mean, we've been talking about this forever. The oneness of humanity will succeed. It's just a question of how we're going to do it. So that's what peace production is all about, and that's what our hardest journey is all about, is reuniting humanity through the heart energy, the heart chakra. That's the common denominator. That's what's been missing. And we must, I've said this, I'm not sure if I said it this the last time, but plainly, there has been a war on life, on all life. We must really recognize that very simply. Our humanity has been separated from itself. Our heart has been separated from our base energy. And that's what's happened to the earth. The earth energy has been energy system, which we call the electromagnetic field, has been under a continual barrage of, it's been an assault on life, on all life. And so if we see it just that simply, then maybe we can unite. Everybody's been pitted against everybody else. It's happening now between what they call the alt-right, and of course everybody's stoked up the white supremacists and the black rights, the Black Lives Matter, and this Lives Matter. All life matters. It's that simple. All life matters. And until we really get that, and until we really come together on that simple fact, then we are split, and there's no way we can move forward with life.
All life matters, and there are lives that have been subjected and murdered and enslaved. All that evil has been a part of human history. And we recognize that, we see that, we know that. But you know what? Mothers don't. The mother energy, the love of a mother, does not do that. Mothering is about nurturing and training and developing and caring for and playing with the children. So the Mother Earth is not responsible for the degradation of humanity's cultures and systems, and Mother Earth is responsible for birthing life. And new life is being born. And now is the time, and we are the ones, and all ancient prophecies and histories are calling for this moment. And the feminine heart has been subjugated and has been abused, and so much. We don't even have to say it. We all know it. And this calling that we receive to connect the root and the heart, the root at Mount Shasta with the heart of the planet. And the heart is pretty big. It's as big as all of Europe. And it extends across the whole continent, and the island, it's huge. Look at them, and when you look at the map, you can see. Well, we're focusing on some pinpointed areas. The heart chakra itself encompasses it all, and all of the planet is affected by the heart. So what's happening in the heart happens to all of us. And the heart is opening, and the heart is birthing a new kind of energy that's regenerative and supportive and nourishing and loving.
Yeah, it's important, loving, nourishing. The heart, both the word and the symbol of the heart is basically, okay, it's a symbol. What is it a symbol for? It's a symbol for that loving energy, which is life force. There is no bigger force in the universe than life, than love. Love. I mean, life is incredible. And it's the same as love. It's the same as God, if you really want to know. God, life, beauty, it's all the same thing. That was a Vincent van Gogh quote. And he meant that deeply and that simply. That's what it's all about. It's all about that loving energy. And the feminine energy, because we are both masculine and feminine, when we look at the yin yang symbol, it's we must look at it, because especially in the West, it's been way out of balance. It's out of balance all over the world. Humanity is now showing this out of balance life.
The fatal effects of being out of balance.
Yeah. So, but we're not coming from we don't have to come from a point of view of, oh my gosh, we're doomed. We're not doomed. It's the beauty of this is that literally we've come to know that this energetic rebalancing is really not that, there's not that much mystifying things to it. It's not that hard to do. It can be simply done. It's just that our mind has been programmed with all kinds of judgments and justifications, and of course labels and all kinds of things to show that, oh, it can only be done this way, and that way. And the religions lined up, and each religion has its own way, and everybody's stuck to it. But when you examine all these laws, not only of institutions, but the natural law, it really comes down to the fact that love just needs to be restored in humanity. Love representing a compassionate, caring attitude towards life and towards each life. You know, to see that within oneself, to see that loving energy in our chakra, heart chakra is just a word. Chakra is a word for the energy centers, and the heart chakra is the center for love and compassion and caring. And you must agree that's where we're all damaged. And those of us who have made it our life's work to find that out, for number one, to know that, not just to believe it, but to really know, by going within, by doing self-inquiry, self-examination, coming to self-knowledge. That's what it is. Your self-knowledge takes you to the fact that who we are is not only this body that we're looking at. But a number of bodies, our emotions, we can tell. We have an emotional body, we have a psychological body, and we have an energetic body. By the way, this above me to the right is the original that we're moving back to, the energetic system that can be very easily realigned. I know it looks like some sort of strange UFO, maybe
being
being
alien flower fairy or something.
But don't forget, this is just a colorful representation of our energy body. And
this is the blooming of our chakra system. So, our chakras are seeds, and they're little round balls of light that are in specific places in our body. And when we activate and are fully transforming into the new species that we are evolving into, which we call Homo spiritus, Homo spirit us, then things change, and you can see, I guess I have to point over this way. See on the screen. Okay, see the gold in the marrow of our bones. So our power is in the bone marrow. The gold energy in the marrow of our bones, and our creative energy goes above our crown. So it's in the we instead of just being in the me. Having our creative energy right down by our root kept us only procreating and not co-creating. So this is the purpose of our whole journey, is the root, the basis, the root, and the heart connect directly. And you can see how the heart, the stalk of the base of the flower, which also looks like a chalice, in the heart, the green chalice that's connected to the root, fills up with the wine of life. And
that's why we're going to Chalice Well.
Yes, we're going to Chalice Well. But in Hungary, in the heart, the feminine heart is in Hungary. The masculine heart is in Glastonbury, United Kingdom. And together, it's like two blossoms in one, like one center and two blooms. You've probably seen a flower that has a double bloom. And this is what's happening now for the heart chakra of our planet. It's taking on more than it has been. The patriarchy, the masculine structures of our societies that compartmentalize and separate and delineate, and linear time and linear efforts and all of that is now softening with the flow of the feminine. Andras was talking about the heart earlier, and the blood is the feminine, the plasma, that life is in the blood. The heart pumps the life force through the whole body. And the heart of the planet is what gives us life force. It's that life force pumping through the form, through humanity and through all life, not just people. All life matters.
So today's conversation is about the feminine heart.
The feminine heart.
Okay, so that's why we're talking about that. This is now. So the feminine heart
is the flow. It's the life force. The masculine heart is the form that moves and pumps the feminine force.
That's why we need both.
Yeah, can't do one without
the other. That's the yin and the yang, and the male and the female, and the negative and the positive, and all the balance. It's just that we've been out of balance. Now, this is a lifetime's work of discovery, and but it's not that hard to grasp. We're not telling you anything that's so complicated. There's no need to get complicated. You just sit. Any part of this, you can come back to us with questions and we'll answer to the best of our way we can. But so we're sharing the simplicity of it, because we must get to the simplicity of our situation, of our discovery of where we find ourselves, by really being totally honest when we look at our life, our own, each individually, our own situation, and look at the life at large and see what's happening in your own backyard, in your own family, in your own community, in your own state, country, region, and how people are on edge right now. Because all of these points that we're bringing up to light are coming to light. And it's coming light in a big, big way out in the on the big world stage of politics and of geopolitical questions and economy, and all of these questions that are coming out are to bring us to that point of seeing what's been wrong, what's been broken. And so it's important to see what has been broken. And
you have to recognize where you are so you can move forward. But that brokenness, it becomes our gift. It becomes our strength. Everywhere where we've been broken individually and personally, that's where we can get our greatest treasures. And like the Chinese, when they break a vase and they repair it with gold. And they make the repair part of the art. And that's the same way with us. We are not broken beings. We are art forms. And the gold is important here. Gold is important in the heart. The heart stem cells, which are triggered by gold energy, regenerate the physical form. Stem cells are produced in the marrow of our bones. The vagus nerve takes them to our heart, and then the heart activates. There's science about this with the human form and how it all relates. And then the spirituality of it is the gold of the kingdom, the golden Christ grid, if you will, that is an energy that has been around the planet for a long time, but it's been disconnected from the root. So that's the Christ grid is what is grounding. So if anyone who joins us as a grounder from wherever you are in the world, at your computer, in your home, in your community, excuse me, the grounders are grounding the Christ frequency, the Christing. And that's a frequency of integrity and love and compassion and the perfect balancing and blending of masculine and feminine energies, and then creating the third. So when we come out of the journey, the third will be emerging. And you never know what a child's going to look like until it's born. We don't know what this new third is going to look like, this new Christ life on the planet. But we know that it's pure and joy and delight.
We know that it's going to feel good.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's all we need to know, is that it's going to feel good for everyone. Everyone. And a lot of people are just have been damaged in this physical plane so much that when you are that damaged, you don't see a way out. Everything is cloudy. So the first thing we do have to do is clear our minds so that our hearts can be pure. Because the direction of the energy has been coming from our ego mind to our heart, and sending all those negative messages, and basically breaking up this ability to be compassionate, caring, and loving. And this energy has been lost in addicted thinking, repetitive thinking, repetitive thoughts that each of us has been addicted to your own way of thoughts, own thinking.
You can call it addicted, or you can call it stuck in a ridge, a mind circle that just keeps going round and round and round and round, and you keep having the exact same thought over and over and over again. That's what he means by an addicted thought. It's created a circuit in your brain that has to have your consciousness to get out of it. You have to create a new thought that you can move to when you find yourself in that circle of thought patterns. You have to have a plan for yourself that says, oh, when I find this thought going around and around, I'm going to start thinking about this other thing. And we encourage that to be about the feminine heart. Shift your thought to the feminine heart and the love and compassion that emerges out from the feminine mind.
We most of us probably have heard that, that I think there was a song, "Stop the World, I Want to Get Off." And, even that saying is asking somebody else or something else to stop the world. Nobody else can stop your own mind. You are the only one. We are the only ones that can really do anything with our own mind. And that's the tricky part, is first to recognize that they're just thoughts. That's not who we are. Yes, there are thoughts, but it's our thoughts that have been developed through various, everybody's addiction is different, and everybody's habitude is different. So it's ourselves that's why the self-examination is so necessary. An honest look at your own thoughts. And for that, to be able to do that, you have to still yourself. There's no replacing stillness. A quiet mind is only reached through meditation. Meditation and finding a quiet space. And it requires, and I know a lot of people have a hard time finding a quiet place, but you have to do it. There's nobody else can do that for you. Nobody.
So we're talking on this conversation, we're talking about our journey to Hungary too. So the feminine heart chakra recognized in Hungary, and the masculine stone within the feminine heart. And we're going to be October 16th through the 24th. We'll be in Budapest, traveling up to Dobogokor and Magician's Mount. These are the points where the Dalai Lama said, if you put your ear on this stone, you'll hear the heartbeat of the mother. So we're going to spend a week within the mother heart chakra energy. And Hungary has the richest mineral waters on the planet. This is all about the waters. The waters of our body are our blood. The waters of the planet, our rivers, our streams. We'll be right on the Danube, right at the Danube bend where it makes a little heart shape and then goes south. It's beautiful. I'm really looking forward to this in the land of Andrasha's birth.
Yes, I was born only 35, 40 kilometers south of Dobrovolköv. That's where Budapest is. And I never knew about it until a couple of years ago, about that part. I didn't know that the feminine heart chakra of the earth um, was right near where I was born. And I mean, I definitely knew that there was a strong connection, but I didn't quite know what it is beyond the fact that, you know, we're connected to our birthplace.
It was
No
only,
what.
yeah, it was only after.
You can take the, what do they say? You can take the girl out of the country, but you can't take the country out of the girl or boy. But it's, and it's, you know, the country, it's the earth. There is that strong pull of Mother Earth, no matter where you are. It just so happens that Hungary, that part of the area, is the center of the heart energy. We call that heart energy, of that heart chakra of the earth. And it's scientifically, as well as shown by ancient people that know ancient knowledge and know the connection between Mother Earth and why it's called Mother Earth. It's a living entity, and it's life. It's our life itself is this beautiful water planet. Because of that loving energy, we can't live without it.
And what does the lie tell us?
Love.
The lie tells us there's not enough water. The lie tells us that we have to not have all the water that we need. We're a water planet. That's so silly. We have the technology to clean the water. We just need to do it. But you know, when we were at Mount Shasta 2 years ago and received this message of the journey, the calling, it really was a calling. And as we began translating the frequencies that we were feeling there, and the messages came through about the heart chakra in Hungary, neither one of us had any idea of that. So I started Googling, and you know, I just love when Spirit speaks and Google confirms. Yeah, Google
What
confirms.
an interesting stage we've come to, that we can just Google things.
We have a beloved on the ground in Hungary who's guiding the journey there. Laszlo.
Nacho. Oh gosh, momentarily I'm off on that name.
He's a
yes.
spiritual leader in Hungary, and he knows the area well, and he's designed the tour and our lodging, and we have room for people to join us. So if you feel a calling to the feminine heart and want to be part of helping to midwife Earth through this heart opening, join us. Our website is www.heartist.us, HEARTIST.us. And there's lots of ways. You can come with us, you can join from your home, you can have community events aligned with our ceremonies. And we welcome your participation in consciousness, in action, and in heart.
And yes, we call ourselves heartists in resonance, because it's all about the vibration and the resonance. And we invite all of you, the whole world, the whole of humanity, is to invite you to be heartists in resonance. And that's all we have to do, is balance ourselves in an energy so that we resonate in the same frequency of life.
And like a global meditation, we do it at the with the same intention, in the same time frame, and it magnifies each individual effort. So thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week on, let me get the exact date, on the 23rd, so August 23rd, same time, 4:30 Pacific Daylight Time. We'll see you back here, 4:30 on August 23rd.
In the meanwhile,
we choose love.
We choose love.
Peace.